Next, we'll be going to implement Gamma model. This is actually one of the large language model. This model was developed by Google. The model version name is GMA1 and then total parameter is 2 billion parameters, so it can be able to run on Google Call OP Notebook. First, I will be going to MO to Google Drive. Now it's connecting with the Google Colab Notebook. Next, I will be proceeding to connect to my Google Drive account. Then I will carefully select the appropriate account and subsequently I will continue with the process. Following that, I will once again confirm and continue to finalize the connection. Now it is mounting. Now Google Drive has successfully mounted on Google Lib or Notebook, so we can able to access files from Google Drive and then store files inside Google Drive. This will be going to install a TensorFlow deep learning framework. This is actually one of the deep learning framework which is used to develop deep learning kinds of architecture and model. And then we are able to TR deep learning model with this TensorFlow framework, and then we are able to make inference using train and model. Next, we will be going to install TensorFlow CPU and then Keras natural language processing library and then TensorFlow, which contains a lot of large language model or deep learning kinds of model. Then Keras is actually one of the deep learning framework. Now Garage is integrated with TensorFlow, then TensorFlow text. Next, we'll be going to install TensorFlow CPU, Keras, NLP TensorFlow of Keras and the TensorFlow text. Now it has started installing a TensorFlow CPU, Keras, NLP Keras, and then Tensor for text. Next, we'll be going to set environment of Keras, backend is JAX, and then excli, a Python memory fraction is 1.0, then import Keras. The next one is Keras NLP, which is used to for add like text-based data. And the very next one is Keras, a powerful deep learning library, where we set a random seed. Whenever you meticulously run this particular cell, it does not fundamentally change any existing data, so that is a specific random seed, precisely 42. And then next, I will be going to carefully execute this cell to import Keras NLP, which is a natural language processing library. And then next, we will be going to obtain a Kaggle API key, which is essential for accessing data. This is some information about KGL API and then how to get a Kaggle JPA key. And then first, we will be going to upload files. KGL JPA, KGL is actually open source. The data set, we can download data from that for your project in-page purpose. And then we'll be going to download our Gamma 10 billion model from Kaggle website. For that, we need to get API for that. First, we'll be going to import files from Google column, then files upload, which is used to upload files. Then ls as a command, which is used for check whether this Kaggle JSON exists or not. Then pip install or kggle. Then create a directory for Goggle. Then copy of this Goggle JSON into do Kaggle folder. Then check public working directory, which means current working directory, giving a raw access. So, which is giving permission for that Kaggle API JSON file. This is a crucial step to ensure proper authorization for the Kaggle API JSON file, allowing your system to interact with the Kaggle platform. Next, I will be going to type here kaggle.com, which is the official website for Kaggle, a popular online community for data scientists. First, you need to sign in to your Kaggle account. For this demonstration, I will be going to choose my existing Google account to sign in, as it provides a convenient and secure method. After successfully signing in, I will then navigate to the settings section of my Kaggle profile. From there, I will scroll down the page to locate the option to create a new API token. This token is essential for programmatic access. Finally, I will click on Continue to generate and download this new token, which will be used for subsequent steps. Now, it has successfully completed the download of the Goggle or JSON file. This crucial step ensures that all necessary data is available for the subsequent operations. Next, I will proceed with the execution of this downloaded file. To do this, I will carefully navigate through the system's interface to choose the appropriate files, specifically locating them within the designated downloads folder, and then select the Goggle JSON file for processing. Next, we will be proceeding to download the KMA 1.1 instead of the 2 billion English language model. First, it is necessary to import the Keist NLP models, specifically Gemma Casual YM. This actually provides some small yet important information about the model's metadata description. It is a 2 billion parameter, 18-layer base gamma model. The parameters are indeed 2 billion and the path is gamma. The next item is the Kaggle handle. This is actually the Kaggle link for Kerakamma Gamma 2 billion English language. This is actually quite similar to another existing gamma model. Next, I will be going to execute this cell for downloading model from K website. Suppose if you could not download the model file, then you need to give permission for download this model from official KGGL website. Just I'm going to execute TL now, year, start, NLP models, then give a casual LRM, and then from preset the model name is Gamma 1.1, instruct 2 billion English language model, and the next one is which is also display a text P, Python, display markdown. This is actually function display chart, which we need to feed a prompt, and then on text, then formatted text. Is this actually formatted prompt? This one is a font size and then color and then black code. The prompter will be feeded to this here. Next, we will be going to replace with to this symbol, and then texture wrap indation will be removed from here, and then formatted text, and then finally it will written markdown formatted prompt formatted text, which is also similar to markdown. Now the model has been successfully downloaded. Now we are able to chat with a Gemma 1.1 instruct a 2 billion English language model. Just I am going to execute the sim, and then next we will be going to, this is actually class chart state. Then this one is the init method, and then model will be stored in FL model, then system, then will be stored in the list format. Then add is add to T as user. The message will be filled to this is done. The message will then append to this list. Then add to ST as a model, ST append, start down model, then message, then solve self, do end turn, which is us to get the history, and then which is used to get a full prompt self gets T, and then self start turn model, and then which is used to first send messages to the schema 1.1 instec 2 billion English language model that will be added to here. This is actually prompt. This is actually model response, and then maximum length is 2024. This actually prompt, it will replace with this one empty, then finally which will return output of the given query, that is actually result. Next we'll be going to execute the setup cell, and then just a click to run this symbol. Next we will be called to initialization of class. This is actually class. Then create your object, that this is actually object name. We need to feed a gamma LM. Just execute this cell. This is actually input query. Tell me in your few words how to compute all prime numbers up to 1000 just. I'm going to exhibe this cell. Now the model has given output of an input query. Tell me in a few words how to compute all prime numbers up to door. This is actually input query. This is actually output WLI user method to compute all premise up to given a limit. It involves iteratively marking out multiple of t each prime number. Next I will be going to get code for this Python code. This is actually model given output based on input query. Now in Python no numpy, please need Python code for this. This is actually prime number computing Python code. Next you will be going to get history. This is all about history of given query. Next you will be going to deploy this Gamma 1.1 instruct 2 billion parameter in a Flask framework as well as ngrok. First, I will begin by meticulously installing the ngrok configuration. This involves setting up the necessary parameters and ensuring all dependencies are correctly in place for a smooth operation. Following the successful configuration, the next crucial step will be to obtain the NERA CA authentication token. To achieve this, you will need to navigate to the website nz.com. Once on the site, proceed to log in. You will then log in specifically using your Google account, which will facilitate the authentication process. After successful authentication, you will be presented with an authentication option that you will need to replace with the existing one, ensuring the system recognizes the new token. Subsequently, you will need to execute the cell. This involves running the command install pync followed by flask nc. These commands are essential for completing the authentication token process and ensuring everything is properly set up and functional within the system. This comprehensive sequence of steps covers the entire process of obtaining and implementing the authentication token. Now the package has successfully installed such as pi ng rg flask ng rg and then successfully set authentication token. Next, we will create a view folder in our Google Colab notebook. This folder will be named template. Inside this template folder, we will then create a file named index.html. This process ensures proper organization of our project files within the Google Colab environment. Next, I will be going to meticulously copy the setup code. I will use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl A to select all, then Ctrl C to copy the entire block of code. Following this, I will open the index.html file, which is the main entry point for our web application. Once opened, I will carefully paste the copied code using Ctrl V. After pasting, it is crucial to save the file to ensure all changes are permanently applied, and then I will close the file. Next, I will proceed with setting up the site. First and foremost, we need to import the necessary libraries that are essential for the functionality of our application. We will be running this with HRO, which is a specific environment. We will also import Flask, which is a micro web framework for Python, and render template, a very useful function from Flask that is specifically used to load and display our index.html file. Then we will define our mcasual LM, which is likely a model or a component related to language processing. Additionally, NGG is included, which is a standard display for text, indicating how text will be presented to the user. We will then initialize a Flask framework instance, naming it app, and run it with ngrc. This particular part is all about defining a route, which essentially means an API endpoint name. We will handle both get and post requests. Specifically, if the request method is equal to post, then we will retrieve the user's input query. This query will then be sent to the chat send message function, which will process the query and provide a response. The response will be stored in Mr. Response, response xt. Finally, the application will render the index.html file displaying the user's input and the generated response. Next, I will be going to click on the run icon, which will provide a URL. I will then visit this URL and type chat with the camera into the designated input field. Below that, there will be a prompt that says type your message here. I will proceed to type the same message, specifically focusing on the first query. Subsequently, this request will be sent to a Google Colab notebook, which is a cloud-based Jupyter notebook environment to complete all the necessary processing, potentially involving complex calculations or data retrieval, up to 1,000 iterations or results. You can effectively use this method, similar to the sieve of Eratosthenes, a highly efficient ancient algorithm for finding all prime numbers up to any given limit. The method iteratively marks up the multiples of each prime number, systematically eliminating non-prime numbers. Next, I will go to type here this message. I will just go to delete everything that is currently in the input field and then type SI. This is actually a Python code snippet that I am entering. Next, we will be going to type here a basic message, something simple like hello, how are you? And then send it. So this is actually the response we receive. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. This demonstrates the interactive nature of the chat application. I'm here to assist with you any question task you may have. Is there anything specific I can help you with today? Next, I will be going to ask about what exactly are transformers in artificial intelligence. Transformers are indeed a powerful and revolutionary technique within the field of artificial intelligence, specifically designed to allow the model to learn intricate and complex relationships between various different data representations. They are essentially a sophisticated type of neural network architecture that possesses the unique capability to effectively map one sequence of input data to another corresponding sequence of output data, making them exceptionally versatile for tasks like natural language processing and beyond. Next step, we'll be going to ask about what is Google Karma model. What is Google Command Model? Google Command Model is a large language model trained on a massive data set of text and code. It is designed to understand the GNet UUT quality text. Next, I will be going to ask about how many layers of the Gemma model. The bold text does have match and the number of layers in Gemma model, so I'm going to answer this question. Next, I will be going to ask about what exactly is GPT or Generative Pre-trained Transformer. This incredibly powerful and sophisticated large language model, often referred to simply as GPT, has been meticulously trained on an absolutely massive and diverse dataset of both text and code. I sincerely hope that you have learned something valuable and insightful from engaging with this comprehensive project, particularly regarding how to effectively interact with the Gemma 1.1 Instruct 2 billion language model. Furthermore, if you happen to have any lingering doubts, questions, or require further clarification regarding any aspect of this project, please do not hesitate to put your well-considered thoughts and inquiries into the comment section below. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. I am ready to clarify your do soon. Thank you.